Hi there, I'm Lauren and welcome back to my YouTube channel Sweet Smiling Soul, where I talk about all things sewing. Today we are working on part 3 of the Doll and Adventure book series. So part 3, or section 3, is the hammock and the swing. So we're going to work on this today, and this is the last section that we put together before we sew everything together. So if you haven't watched part 1 and 2, you can check that out in the adventure book playlist here on YouTube. I'll link everything above and below and you can follow along there. So for this series we've been following along my PDF sewing pattern, which is the Doll and Adventure book, and this is an expansion on the Dollhouse storybook. So we've got 2 patterns that you can choose from, or you can purchase the bundle which combines both patterns and the doll and save a little bit of money. So the adventure book includes 7 little adventures. We've got the tent, we've got the sunny hills on the back, and we open it up and we've got the picnic, the hammock, the boat and the little beach, and the swing and the tree house. So today we'll be focusing on the swing and the hammock. So let's get into it. So for this section of the adventure book, we're going to be working on section 3, where we make the swing and the hammock. So we've got a little pocket here for the doll to slide into, and I've made the swing so that it kind of can come away from the book, but you can also attach it. It's totally up to you. You will find that if it is away from the book, it'll kind of just move around when you're opening and closing the book. So it depends how you want it to look and behave. I have made one where I've just attached this to the base and I've left the cords kind of loose so the doll could put her arm behind the rope, and then for this one I've left it loose. It's up to you. You could also add like a little Velcro dot to the back of this, and then it can kind of connect to the base when it's not in use. I think today I will sew it. I think this section shouldn't take too long to do. We're working with mostly felt and we've just got some fabric for the hammock and the swing. So what you'll need is section 3 pattern pieces, so it's page 8 and 9 of the adventure book pattern, and we're going to cut those out, and then we're going to cut out our fabrics as well in those shapes. So I've got my retro theme still happening. I'm going to make this the fabric for the hammock and this for the swing, and I also use a bit of plain fabric for the back of the swing as well, but you could make it double-sided in whichever fabric you're choosing for the swing. I've got my foundation piece here ready to go. I've already added my interfacing. I've also got my felts here as well, so I'll use the brown for the tree trunk, and then I've got a few green pieces for trees, and then I've also got embroidery thread. I will stitch a few embroidered flowers here, so I'll use some different colored threads, but you don't have to do that. You could also paint on it or draw on it with fabric markers, or you could even cut out some little fabric applique features and attach them on for the flowers, or you could even add little embellishments. It's totally customizable. I'm just going to embroider some flowers, so I'll also add some embroidered stitches to the tree trunks and make it look like the hammock is tied to the trees. And then I've got standard sewing supplies, so I've got a erasable marker for transferring the pattern pieces, I've got a seam ripper just in case, I've got a rotary cutter and scissors. I have a hump jumper here just to help me get over some of the bulky seams. It might come in handy for the hammock, but I just kind of keep it on hand just in case. I've got different colored threads, and I've got some clips and pins, obviously a sewing machine, and also an iron to prepare the fabric. I think we're ready to go. So I cut out all my pattern pieces, and now I've cut out the fabric pieces and the felt pieces as well. So we've got the hammock and the swing. I kept the pattern on the bushes for the hammock side just because there's a left and right side, and I want to make sure I know which one's which. And I went and cut out a whole bunch of different leaf shapes. There is a template for the leaf, but I find it's easier for me to just cut them into the shapes that I want them. So they're all different sizes here. I might adjust them as I go. So I'll start with the swing. I'll put the hammock pieces aside for now. I've also gone ahead and cut out a couple of pieces of cord for the swing, so I'll put that aside until I'm ready to use it. And what I'm going to do is start with making the swing seat. So I've already attached my interfacing to the foundation, so that's all good to go. Before we begin there, I might just fold this in half so we know where the center is, and this will just be our guide for this part of the project, so we know, okay, this is the side for the swing. So we've got our foundation piece ready. Now the first step will just be to add the little bush to the top left corner. I'm just going to pin it in place or clip it in place. So I'll stitch that on first, and I'll also stitch around the edges of the swing seat. So I've got right sides facing together, and I'll just stitch around the edges and leave a small opening at the bottom so that I can turn it right side out. So I'm going to go ahead and do those 2 steps now, and then we'll work on attaching the swing to the base. So I've sewn along the top 3 edges. I did come in a little bit at the corners on the bottom edge, but I've kept it mostly unstitched so that I can turn it right side out, but then also place the cords inside the swing seat. So I'll show you what I mean. Just going to turn it right side out. I'll use a pointy tool to just poke into the corners. So we want to make those corners nice and sharp. So I'm going to take it to my iron, and I'll tuck in the opening, and I'll just press it, but I'm not going to stitch it down for now. So I've pressed the opening in, and I've left it open for now. So now I'm going to take my 2 pieces of cord, and I'm going to gently poke it inside about half a centimetre or so, or a centimetre away from the edge. I'm just going to clip it in place for now, and I'll do the same for the other one. So I want to poke it in enough so that I can stitch over it and make sure that it stays in place. From here I'm just going to sew around all 4 edges, and I'm just going to reinforce the stitches where the rope is. I'm just using my hump jumper here to help me get over the cord. So I've finished the swing. I've attached everything there, so the cords are tucked in. I've reinforced the stitches so we know that the cords are going to stay, and I've stitched all around the edge here to close that opening. So I'm going to put this aside for now. I'll finish sewing along here. So next I'm going to attach the leaves up in the right corner. You can really decorate this however you wish. If you wanted to add another bush over there, like mirror it, that's also an option. I just like playing around with different plants and features. So I'm going to clip those in place, and then I'm going to sew them with my machine. So I've attached my leaves, and now I'm going to attach the swing. So I'll take the swing now, and I'll place it up the top there so that it's hanging over the edge. I want to make sure it's at least 6.5 centimeters in from the center fold. So the first cord will be there, and the second will be there, and we want to make sure that it's about 4 centimeters up from the edge, which is 4 centimeters, yep. So it's where I want it to be, and now I just need to clip the cords in place. So there's a little bit of overhang here, but we're gonna stitch everything down so that it stays. Like I said, it's up to you. If you want to leave it loose, you can, or you could attach like a Velcro dot to the back there. I think for this version I'm going to stitch it to the base and leave these loose so the doll can still put her arms behind the swing. And then I'm going to stitch across the top here just a few times, like reverse stitch as well, just to make sure that it's extra secure. And when we put the book together, we're going to sew over it again, so it'll definitely stay in place. But to start, I'll stitch this down, and then I'll stitch the cords after. So I've finished the swing. I've attached it up the top here. I've trimmed the excess cord, and I've attached it to the base. So now I'm going to add a couple of plants at the bottom. So I'm just going to place my leaves a centimeter up from the edge, or maybe a little bit lower, and I'm going to have 2 flowers on either side. So you can get creative here. You can stitch stitch some grass patches or some flowers. You can add more greenery than I'm adding. There are no rules or anything. I think I just like the look of plants on either side of the swing. I want to make sure that they're in from the center fold and the edge. So I'll stitch those down. You could also use heat and bond here or glue. It's up to you. So I'll take that to my machine, stitch them down, and then I'm going to play around with some embroidery. So now I'm going to add some flowers, and I think I'll just start by drawing a line so that I can follow that, and then I'll kind of improvise a flower, I think, with the embroidery thread. So I've got some green embroidery thread here, and I'm just going to do a little back stitch from the bottom to the top. So from here I'm going to loop it through each stitch that I've made here just to kind of smooth it out. There's definitely a name for this stitch, I'm just not sure what it is. I've seen it before and I thought to try it. Kind of just covers up the join for each stitch. So I'll do the same thing to the other side, and then I'll add some flowers. So that completes the swing section. I've got my embroidered flowers here, and I ended up stitching a few grass patches as well. So now we're going to move on to the hammock page. So I'll start by adding the felt pieces first. So I'll place the left tree on the side there against the fold and the right tree against the edge. And I'm going to place them right against the bottom edge as well. So I'll clip them in place for now, and I'll stitch those down. I'm also going to place the left tree. I kept the pattern piece on there just so I know which is which. Place the left tree bush on top, and then I'll do the same for the right tree. So now I'm going to take it to my machine, stitch everything down, and then I'll work on adding the greenery to the bottom. So I'll place those down there somewhere, but I'll do that once I've attached everything here. So before I stitch my leaves down, I think I'm going to work on the hammock so that I know where to place the leaves. So I'll put that together now. So I've got my fabrics facing right sides together. I've got the lining and the front piece, and I'm just going to clip it in place for now. But I'll sew around the edge and leave an opening at the bottom for turning right side out. So I'll sew around top edge and the sides here, and I'll leave a little opening just here. I've sewn around the edge, left an opening at the bottom, and now I'm just going to trim the threads. I'm going to clip into the curves here. I will try not to cut my stitches, but basically this will help everything kind of smooth out when we turn it right side out. So we'll have smooth edges. And I'll also trim the corners just to reduce the bulk a little bit. So now I'm going to take my crochet hook and use it to help me turn this right side out and poke into the corners. So now I will take it to my iron and I'll flatten everything out and press everything down. And I'm just going to tuck the opening in and press it for now. It'll all be stitched down once we attach it to the base. So I've pressed everything down and tucked the opening in, and now I'm going to place it on the page, and I'm just going to rest it so that it's up and away from the plants. So I will put plants here later. I'll just adjust them so that I'm happy with them. And I want to place the hammock just above those, and kind of in the middle of each tree. So each point is in the middle of the tree. I'll pin it in place and I'll take it to my machine, and I'm going to stitch the hammock on and the plants, and then we'll work on creating the little hammock ties. So So I've sewn the hammock on. I've just sewn a stitch around the bottom and the doll can slide in to the pocket here. I've also attached the leaves at the bottom. These are optional, you don't have to if you don't want to, but if you want to add more greenery, it's a nice touch. And now I'm going to stitch a couple of back stitches on either side of the hammock so it looks like it's wrapping around the tree. You don't have to do that, you could probably just leave it as is, but I will be adding these just for extra detail. So that completes section 3 of the adventure book. We've got a little swing here and we've got the hammock. Now let's test that the doll fits. So we slide her in there and she fits nicely in the hammock. And then we've got the swing here. So I've attached my swing here, but we can lift the cords. So I'm going to be using it like that. So the doll can sit on the swing and she can poke her arm through, and even the other side. And it looks a little bit more 3D, but you could also not stitch it and keep it loose. So if we gather all the sections that we've completed so far in this series, we've got the campsite and the sunny hills, we've got the beach, we've got the treehouse and the picnic, and then now we have the hammock and the swing. So the next step of the project is to sew it all together. So I'll show you how to do that in a separate video. So if you want to make some additional features, you can find all that in the pattern. There are instructions for the additional features as well. So some of the additional features include an extra dress, a beach towel, we've got a sandwich as well for the picnic, we've got a little book, and we've got a map, and we've also got a little bag to store those things in. So these are the extras that you can work on. We've also got a little sleeping bag that goes along with the campsite, so the doll can slide in the sleeping bag, and you can also make a cushion as well. So we have lots of different things you can add in addition to the adventures. So have a look at that and check it out, and you might want to continue getting creative before we sew it all together or after. Stay tuned for the next video where we sew it all together and turn it into the adventure book. I hope you enjoyed watching me put together the swing and the hammock for this adventure book here. We've got the little doll here that can slide into the hammock. She could relax there, read a book, have a little nap, and she can also play on the swing. That completes part 3 of the adventure book, and in the next video I'm going to show you how to sew it all together to create the adventure book. So stay tuned for that, and again, if you haven't watched part 1 and 2, you can check that out in the playlist and follow along with my sewing pattern. I'll link all that in the description below so you know where to find it. I'd love to know your thoughts on today's section and what you think of these retro florals. I'm really loving this theme for this series. It's just, yeah, really sweet. It's a really great way to use up the fabric scraps that I have in my stash and make something special. If you like this video, like it, share it with a crafty friend, and subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate you being here. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.